A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. And in this channeling session, I would be relaying yet another conversation between divine masculine and feminine. And here also, they are in a mode where the ego has completely gone away and the divine masculine is pacifying her, and this time he's pacifying her through messages. Now, as I have mentioned this in the last similar channeling, that the divine masculines earlier used to get very freaked out with fights and arguments and debates, and they would simply think that if someone is having an argument with me or having a fight with me, it means they don't love me, or it means that they are not good people, or it means that they are not programmed or they are not trained to know and understand that it's all right to have differences, it's all right to have different opinions in a relationship, it's all right to even have arguments and debates, and it's okay to fight. But there is a way of doing it. Like, healthy people fight, healthy people argue, but divine masculine had no programming about it. The reason is that every time someone dumped him or every time someone left him, it was because of a fight. So when divine feminine came in his life and they used to have a fight, he used to get really worked up about it. And the divine feminines would not understand why is he getting so worked up, or why is he not talking to me, why has he suddenly blocked me, or what is the reason. So even if the reason in anyone's opinion is minute or small, the other person is making a big deal out of it. Now let me tell you, there are many cases where we also need to be silent, and we also need to accept that the other person needs space and time, and overreaction will lead to more overreaction. Any which way, reaction is followed by action. So it's like action, reaction, overreaction, So both the divine feminines, both masculines, feminines, I'm talking about all of them right now because this is a public channeling, and the situations may differ from person to person, from individual cases to individual cases, because every single individual who is going through traumatic experiences has lived some kind of traumatic experience in their childhood, which they cannot pinpoint because we human beings are not trained to practice focused attention since childhood. This training used to be provided in olden times, especially in till descending Dwapar. This used to be a part of everyone's life. But in dark ages, people lost touch with their inner self, with the true wisdom that lies within. And when you have a very solid foundation and connection from since your childhood, I would say, since you're born, because as children, we are very pure. We are not scared of fighting, screaming, howling. We can throw as many tantrums, we can throw a fit. If we want something, we don't get it, we can even roll on the ground and embarrass our parents. But we never judge our behavior. We never, in between friends also. Children fight a lot with their friends. They argue a lot, they debate a lot. But they get back with each other very easily. One instant, one moment they are fighting with one another, the second they are the same. And this is the same thing that we see in pets. You shout at your pet, you scream at your pet, sometimes you even have to discipline them, but after 5 minutes they will come back to you, and you just need to call them once and they will come back to you. That's what happens when you're in unconditional love. In unconditional love, you don't hold grudges. When you hold grudges, it means that you are in need of healing. It means you yourself are so wounded that you're not able to let go. So it's very important to not hold grudges, and grudges also come from the ego side, from the ego self, because the ego self cannot tolerate anything being said to it. Like, even if it's just a funny comment, even if you say like, hey, you're looking fat today, the other person would be like, oh my god, you called me fat? What the hell you think? Even if the other person had said it in a simple way, like in a fun way, they would take it to a very huge level. And it happens with many people. It's not like it's happening with the divine masculine only or divine feminine only. Wherever there is ego, you cannot bear words from anyone. And why we tell the divine feminine to increase the self-respect quotient is because they completely ignore even if bad things are done to them. So both of them have this polarity where one person lacks even basic self-respect. It's like, you can treat me like a doormat, you can treat me like anything you want, and I will still be chasing you, calling you, messaging you. And the other person has a huge ego that they cannot even handle a joke or a little bit of sarcasm. You say anything to them, they get triggered so easily, and then they will create a big fuss about it, and then they will react, and then you will overreact, and this goes on till the time the runner doesn't run away fully, because they have become too egotistical by looking at the divine feminine's behavior. If such a beautiful girl, such a talented girl, such a nice girl is accepting my bullshit, my bad behavior, and she's calling me incessantly, messaging me, calling me, asking me to meet him, asking me to be with her, sorry, then I must be really too good. So that makes their ego even bigger, and that is how the relationship equation changes later on, because one fine day the divine feminine cannot take it anymore. She also is done with all this calling, messaging, and not getting responses, being ignored, being abandoned. That basically triggers that part of her childhood where she was abandoned, ignored, not loved, and not at all acknowledged. So when the divine masculine runs away from her, she feels very bad, and that wound starts coming up to the surface. It's very important to be in solitude. It's very important to be in the hermit mode. It's very, very important to be alone so that these wounds can be healed. All right? And you can reach to that situation or that place. You can literally pinpoint where it started from, how it started, why am I feeling like this, why do I feel abandoned, and you have to heal that part of you that is scared of getting abandoned. Because how the feminines also learn is when the masculine runs away and the karmic enters. Now in this channeling, what I want to relay is that there is a divine masculine and there's a divine feminine who have played the runner-chaser dynamic. And once the masculine plays the runner dynamic, they realize that they aren't really so good, because the divine feminine was chasing them too much. So they developed an ego about themselves, like, I must be like some Kohinoor diamond. It's not to condescend them. Maybe they are a Kohinoor diamond for the masculine, for the feminine, and for the masculine, she is the Kohinoor diamond, but they don't understand it at that point in time that we belong to each other only. If we are going to go to other people, other women, other men, we will not be happy with them. We will not be satisfied with them. We will feel worse than what we feel, when we are fearing the end of this relationship. So the divine masculine has also learned his lesson, because he went elsewhere, he spent time with others, and he realized that he's not getting enough respect or attention or time or anything from those people, or they aren't even true lovers. They are just faking it for the society, or maybe they see some kind of benefit hanging out with them. So it's not pure love, it's not pure feeling that he felt with the divine feminine. And divine feminine, in her solitude, in her hermit mode, or if she also finds karmics or whatever happens on her side, she has also realized that if next time I get angry about something, I have the complete right to project it in a healthy way. If I don't like something, if I have some kind of a difference of opinion, I will not feel guilty about it. I will not feel shameful about it. I will not feel embarrassed about it, because that's what my life is. That's who I am. If I love to do something, I will continue to do it. If I have legal rights, if everything I'm doing under the law, if I'm doing everything under morality, there are certain things that you do that may not be legal, but as per a human being, in moral grounds, on moral grounds, they are something that you should do, and if there is some kind of a borderline situation also, where you have to fight for certain rights in the society need to be amended, certain community needs to be uplifted. For example, just an example came to my mind, that say the divine feminine has been taught to practice the caste system that is very prevalent in the society, or she has been told to practice some kind of boundary wall between men and women, or between, say, poor people or rich people. So she is practicing that. Maybe the caste system is not something that is legal. We should not, under the eyes of law, everyone is the same. But from morality perspective, or from upbringing perspective, or from religious perspective, or some cultural perspectives, it is supposed to be done like that only. Her parents have taught it, her grandparents have taught it, everyone has taught it. But she doesn't want to do it anymore. At the same time, she wants to study how did this caste system come into place any which way. Is it a karmic thing? Is it because of the bad deeds we do in past lives, as a result of that we are born in lower caste? Or is it because we have to clear some debt of the society that we are born in a lower caste or a upper caste? Or what is it that the upper caste is doing wrong that should not be done? What is it that the lower caste is doing wrong that should not be done? She goes into that analysis mode, and she releases those fears or those traumas, or maybe anything that makes her feel that she can't be herself. So now if she wants to keep distance from something, it is purely because she may not be comfortable about it, or it may not be aligned with who she really is as a person, as a human being. It's not aligned with her, so now she's practicing certain things. So this is the reason why we have the government, we have the society, so that people can live happily, people can live in peace. These are all bodies that were formed for the people, by the people. So why am I speaking about this is because a lot of you people have missions on planet Earth. And those missions, some of them are very closely connected with societal programming. Maybe you are trying to save children, but they are born in a certain area, in a certain place where the girl child is treated very badly. There is too much of, you can say, toxic masculinity or toxic patriarchy system. Or there is some kind of megalomaniac sort of a behavior in a society where there is obsessive desire for power, and to practice their power they use physical strength as an expression. So there are certain changes that need to be made in the society. There are certain reforms that need to be made in the society. Now, first and foremost, if your personal relationships are not exhibiting that type of strength, that type of courage, then how can you heal the world? That's why we tell all of the divine feminines and masculines who are looking for healing, we tell them, you first heal your own self. Understand why this problem is being created in your society or in your area or in your lifestyle, or why is the divine masculine also unable to make a choice. What is it that is projecting out from you? What is the energy you have that he is reflecting that energy back to you? If he is running away from you because of age gap, or because of some physical features, or he is running away because of some kind of a cultural barrier, different religions, different cultures. So you need to understand, you need to figure that out as to why are you even in that situation. Why is he reflecting that aspect of you? where you personally also are not very sure about the age gap, or you see it as a threat to your relationship. And all of these things, they come from the wounds, the wounded parts of you, which need healing. So now this particular divine feminine and masculine that I'm relaying, the energy of these two people is that they are in the healing process. They are probably in the harmonization phase. In the harmonization phase, they are, trying to fix the aspects of them that led to separation in the past. So, for example, she made a plan with him, a plan to meet up, catch up, or something like that. Now, she also had this, a pain body where if she would make a plan, then she would be scared that other people would cancel it. Maybe in her childhood, her parents would always cancel plans. Like they would make a plan to go out for an outing or a picnic or a movie, but in the last minute they would cancel it. So as a child, it would really hurt her. Every time I want to go out and do something fun, my parents cancel it. Now the parents are cancelling because of whatever XYZ reason, but they don't counsel the children after they do these things. This is why the society is suffering so much, because the parents don't know about counseling. They were not counseled properly. So all the people who were unhealed, imagine when unhealed people produce children. They are reproducing children, but they are unhealed. So they are creating traumas and wounds for the children, the coming generation. Now, obviously, this is not being said so that you go and blame your parents and you start picking up fights with them. You have to understand and you have to show compassion that they themselves did not know any better. And that also does not mean that you have to take anyone's bad behavior. You just have to go within yourself and find the areas that you need to heal. So if the divine feminine is always scared of being cancelled out on whatever plans she makes, whatever, exciting things she wants to do, he always creates issue in that. He will sometimes say, I don't have time. He will sometimes say this, sometimes that. Now, from his perspective, it could be like maybe someone has told him that, if you cancel the plan and your girlfriend gets angry, mad at you, that means she really loves you. That is his unhealed side, because he has been given a lot of love too, but he does not know the correct way of showing love, expressing love. The wounded, unhealed parts of the divine masculine thinks that if I cancel the plan, or if I do some kind of maybe he's not even free, but he just made the plan because he wanted to see, would she be excited to meet me? And what if I tell her that I can't meet you? Will she say something? What would be her reaction? I mean, if she really cares about me, she really wants to meet me, then, she will get really mad at me, or, she will convince me again and again, or something like that. He also has obviously an unhealed wound about love, about the concepts of love. So he is doing stupid things, and she is also living in a stupid fear, because what happened in the childhood, whatever the parents did to her, that's not going to happen again. But because the energy is blocked, because the traumas are there, the same thing is happening on repeat mode. And even with other people, other boyfriends or other relationships she had, they never made her the priority. Now this is not to get into a relationship where you are the only priority. This is to tell you that you are your own priority. And no matter what happens in your life, you will always remain your number one priority. If you are your own priority, if you know how to prioritize your own life, your wishes, your wants, what you love. Like when I give therapy to some of the people, I have personally come across this thing, especially with divine feminines who are mothers or who are wives or who are handling some kind of a business. When I ask them, what do you love? They have to think about what they love. Imagine. And when you ask them, why don't you put yourself first? Why don't you make yourself your own priority? They say, I can't do that. How can I do that? It's not possible for me to do that. So when you don't make yourself, your own healing, your own growth, your priority, then other people will also never make you their priority. So in this channeling, obviously I have a healed couple. Not fully healed yet, because they're still trying to getting into the harmonization phase. So they are having a conversation where they made some plans to meet up, And the divine masculine agreed, because at that point in time he didn't want to hurt her. He was busy, he knew that he's gonna be busy, he knew that he won't have any time, but he kept her hanging and he kept her on hold, and he made some plan with her where he said that, okay, I will meet you blah 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 at this time here. And she gets very excited, she's all set, she's very ready, she's gung-ho. And then, at the set time she messages him. This time she's become smarter, so she had other plans too, just in case he cancels. She had that thought in her mind, that there is no guarantee that he will do this. So when she messages him, he's obviously busy and he says that I'm very busy, I can't talk to you right now, I'm in a meeting or something, whatever. And this time she does not keep it to herself. Immediately she tells him that, look, if you were so busy, then you should not have made a plan with me, first of all. Okay? Should not have made a plan with me, and this is not acceptable. You knew you were busy, you knew you had work, then why the hell did you. But now she's not talking in a very, she's talking, she's angry, she's scolding him, but she's not taking it personally. There's a very big difference. She's not gonna let that negative energy affect her anymore. So she does not want to even keep it to herself. She's thinking that, first of all, I should not keep it to myself, this anger. And secondly, if I don't speak about it now, then he's gonna continue doing it. So she gives him a good scolding, but in a way where she does not take it personally at all. She does not let it affect it. And she continues with whatever other plans she had made, because she had a feeling that he would do this, he could do this. So I still have my things to do and I will continue doing it. So because of that, the energy does not go bad and she gets back to her life and she gets back to doing her things. After a while, the divine masculine contacts her again, and this time he says sorry to her, he apologizes to her. Earlier, before the separation, before the long separation, even during the runner chaser, he would not apologize that easily. He would let that feeling linger on, let that feeling, trouble her, or even if he knew that he did wrong to her, he took her for granted or treated her like a doormat, but she never spoke about it. She never said, anything. So that means she's okay with that behavior. But this time she's not okay with that behavior. She is like, what happened, where were you, and this and that, and you should not have done this, you should not have made a plan with me, next time don't make a plan with me if this is what you're going to do. I also see an extension of this, that he made some plan with her, and this time she didn't meet him and she cancelled last minute. Now I'm not saying that you should take revenge, but this is what the channeling is showing me, so I have to relate very honestly. But once again, she did not take revenge. Again, it's not personal. She just felt very tired or sleepy. She had a long day of work, or she wanted to do something else, and the plan, whatever divine masculine had made, was also a sudden plan. So just like, she made a plan, he made a plan, and he could not come for it because he was busy with work or something important. But she told him that, listen, this is not done. Next time you don't make plans with me if you don't have time or if you're not up for it or things like that. Then another time happened where he made a plan and she could not go for it. And she apologized in advance that I don't think I would be able to do it. So I'm sorry, I am tired or I'm not keeping well. But she is not taking it like a big deal. She's not scared about it. She's not fearful about it. She's not gonna think that if I don't do this, my relationship will get over. She knows that, so what, I could not meet him today, I got tired or I got busy or I'm not keeping well or whatever. I want to take some rest, I want to take some break. I'll meet him soon. And she sends a nice message to him that, I'm sorry, I felt sick last night, or something last minute happened, last minute thing came up, and I'm gonna make up for it, and I will surely meet you soon. So this dynamic happens, and the divine masculine also understands, because if he doesn't understand, that means that the maturity level is still not there. And again, the feminine should not take it personally. She should continue to live her life. She should continue to focus on whatever is next. If you call someone, if you message someone, they don't get back to you immediately, It's okay. Maybe they are doing something. Or even if they get back to you after 15 days, 20 days, you still have to ask them that I think I called you, 15 days back, and you're calling me now, you're messaging me now. Don't you think it's too late? So this is what this channeling's energy is, that both of them have become very mature and both of them are seeing things from other person's perspective, and both of them can apologize, both of them can mend the issues, and most importantly, they are not keeping things to themselves. They are expressing and communicating in the right time. They're not waiting for, if the divine masculine or the feminine, they wait too long and they communicate, she's not going to let that happen, that 15 days gap or 20 days gap. She's going to call him few times and then drop a message that yes, I tried to call you, I tried to ask you what's up, you also cancelled the plan last time and I understood it, and now today I could not do it, so you have to also understand it. It's not like only you're allowed these type of things. Even I'm allowed it, especially if it's a health reason, or if it's say if it's there a curfew. Now you can't step out in a curfew, right? If there's a riot, you can't step out. So please be more mature and try to understand. And she does not feel bad saying what she wants to say. If she has to call a spade, she will do that, and she will do it in a very pleasant way. She will not do it she's possessed by some demon. That type of anger does not happen now. Now it's more mature, and because it's getting released on time. So on this note, I'm going to end this channeling. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.